outside. And I can't get her because my fingers are covered in glue. But I just looked outside and she's dancing around. What's up, YouTube people? It is Maxine here. And for today's video, I am actually doing a DIY. And as you can probably tell by the title, we're going to be making these yarn Easter egg decorations that you have probably seen online and wondered, is that even possible to make? And considering that I'm holding one in my hand, it's very possible. If you would like to learn how to make one of these yarn Easter eggs, just keep on watching because I'm getting to it. And it's starting right now. So you're going to need some scissors, some glue, some water balloons, and it is very important that they are water balloons. Unless you plan on making a big egg, you are also going to want some sort of thing to place everything on because this is a messy project. You are also going to need some string. Like I have this yarn right here. It's not the normal yarn that you get, it's actually thinner. You also have those friendship bracelet making kits, if you know what I'm talking about with that thin string. You can also use that as well, but you just want something that is very flexible and light so it can stick to the balloon and it won't dry and like peel off of it. Alright, and so I also have this bowl and fork. I mean, a spoon would probably be better, but we only had plastic forks and I didn't want to have to wash glue off of a metal spoon. So that is all the tools you'll need for this project. The thing that I saw online for it said to use 3 parts glue to 1 part water, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't measuring anything. I just kind of threw it in until it makes this whole like soupy looking mess. You don't want it to be watery, you want it to be soupy. Oh, and there's a cat hair in it. Animals. Alright, so I already blew up this balloon because I am terrified of balloons popping in my face. If I would have filmed myself blowing it up, it probably would have on camera, and I just wasn't willing to do that. Pre-cut string pieces because you don't want to be cutting as you go and get glue all over everything because, as I mentioned, this is a messy, messy project. So you're going to take your first strand and you're going to dip it into this mess of glue. Okay, this balloon is just, get off. Okay, so you're going to dip it in here and you want to make sure that it is evenly coated, but you don't want a big old mess hanging off of it, so just kind of wipe your fingers all the way down it to get rid of excess glue. And then you're going to take your balloon, you're going to pick a starting point. It doesn't matter what direction you do this in, you can honestly do it in whatever direction, but I'm just going to start right there, if you can see that, and I'm just going to wrap the string around it, and you want it to be kind of tight, so then that way it won't change shape. I don't know if you can see that, can you see it? It's wrapped around it like that. I also saw online that you can actually like stick candies inside the balloon, and then later when we pop the balloon that the candy just sits in there. If you can get a candy inside a water balloon, like props to you. I don't know how they did it on the internet. I think it was photoshopped because I couldn't do it. So, I mean, clearly if I can't do it, then no one can do it, right? Alright, so I just finished up covering my pink balloon with this blue string. Can you see that? And I try to do it as even as possible, and if you do this, just so you know, this is probably the messiest and hardest thing that I've had to do craft-wise, because all these pieces of string, once it stops like touching the balloon and you're actually just going around covering the actual string, the string has a tendency to not stick anymore. So make sure you get extra glue on the end pieces. I am gonna go hang this to dry somewhere For me personally, I'm going to get a little tack and I'm going to hang it from something in the garage, just stick a thumbtack through it so it can dry, and I'm gonna let it dry overnight because it takes a really long time to dry. I'll get back to you once this thing is dry. Alright, so it is now the next day and this is the balloon that we covered in yarn, and you can see kinda sorta, and so it is now dry. So I'm going to pop the balloon, and I would recommend that you don't just like shank the balloon. I would say cut a tiny little spot to where the air can come out, because I feel like if you just shank the balloon that your whole thing's just gonna explode. I don't know if that's true, feel free to try it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Alright. Okay, that was terrifying. Very terrifying. If you guys happen to make these for Easter, make sure you tweet me a picture or you tag me in an Instagram picture of your Easter egg, or even comment below saying, yo, I did this. If you guys have any other suggestions of things that you want to see me do, make sure to leave them in the comments below. As per usual, all my links will be down below. I hope you all have an awesome Easter, and that is all for this video. So stay fresh and bye!